Well, hi everybody, and welcome to Moodle Support Theater. This is version 2.3, and we're in video number 9. We're in the activity section, and we're working with multiple uploads. This is just great for something like a research paper or a project that's going to require review and revision. What I have done is left the editing turned on from our last video, and we have turned our activity chooser on. That lives in the settings area of the left-hand column. And when we come to the center, we're going to see two drop-downs like we're used to seeing in the old version. One that says Resources and one that says Activities. We're going to go to the Activity drop-down, choose Assignment, and we're adding a new assignment. I'm just going to title this Research Paper. And in the description area, because there's a lot of detail, I'm going to cut and paste my information in there. I've saved it as a text file. Now, if we look at the top of the summary box, we see the little happy face. And if we come over a couple, we see the mathematical equation. And then if you come up, you see two little symbols. And if you float your mouse, one says paste as plain text, one says paste as Word. Either way, whichever one you choose, you're going to have to use your keyboard, for example, Control V to paste to get that information in there. Display this on the course page. This is pretty big. I'm not going to take up all that real estate on my front page, so I'm not going to put a check mark there. Assignment settings. Well, this is a long assignment, so I'm going to go to the next month, and I'm going to pick, let's say, December 14th. That gives us a large amount of time to work. Prevent late submissions, things like that, that is up to you. You do not need students to click the submit button yet. I'm going to show you that on our page. It can cause some problems even though it's clearly marked. Don't click this till you are totally done. Folks automatically say, oh, I need to submit my assignment. So don't put this in yet. The grade we've talked about, I'm going to change it as no. For both choices, I don't want a call, I don't want an email every time somebody turns in a paper. Okay, submission settings, online text, no. File submissions, well, yes, we're going to be sharing documents back and forth. The next one is where you decide how many files are going to be allowed. Let's say I'm planning on 6, I'm going to give 8. There's always that little bit of extra. Submission comments, that means can the student put a comment on the document? Feedbacks, can you do feedback to the students and even include files? And that is not only a copy of their own work, but you could put an audio file together too. Very cool. Grade, this is the final grade for the project. We're using simple direct grading. When we click the drop down in the grading method, we notice there's marking guide and rubric. These are two advanced items that you, the faculty member, will create, and we're going to be holding advanced workshops on these applications once we get through how to get this darn thing started. Common module settings, groups are entirely up to you. Not real big on groupings. And visible is how you close the eye or hide this from the students. ID number, don't put anything in there, please. Restricting the access, this allow access from and until kind of is duplicated if you come up to the very top to allow submissions. Now I could see if you wanted to make this available a week early so they could review the information. This area would be useful. The grade conditions, wow, this is something we're going to let our pedagogy gurus who are course designers work on. Let's save and return to the front page, and I want to show you what this ends up looking like. Let's go to the week of October 30th where it says multiple uploads. Give it a click from the faculty perspective, and what you're going to see is, for example, there are 5 people in this class. One person has submitted a draft. You can view and grade all submissions there in the lower left-hand corner. I see one of our individuals has turned in a draft. I'm going to be able to utilize that draft by clicking it, and notice it's a PDF. We'll be talking about this a lot in a number of other videos. We're recommending folks go to PDFs instead of Word documents because they are so flexible across a platform. Comments, you can add a comment after you review and the student can work on it. I'm now going to show you a graphic. This shows you what the student sees, and notice we see edit my submission. They can make comments as well as you can make comments depending on the settings you've set. And this very last button here on the page where it says submit assignments, notice in the lower left hand corner it says once this assignment is submitted you will not be able to make any more changes. This is the button I was talking about, not changing, or not empowering rather, until you're ready. Normally I say, okay, Monday I'm turning on the submit button. Let's come back to our live copy. Go to the bottom of the page and choose Moodle 2. Once back on the front page, I want to go to the course I created, Research Project, and let's give it a click using the hand holding the pencil. And as the page appears, we see the assignment we did, and we come to assignment settings, and it says require students click submit button. That's the one I was talking about. If you set it to yes, they're going to see the button. If you set it to no, they won't see it until you turn it on. Okay, much more to do on any of these assignment types. I'd like to invite you to stop by the Moodle support office. All of our Moodle staff is here and ready to help you. Give us a call at 3633. We're in Library 315, or just drop in. We're always happy to see you.